Now let's give one more thought on the parsha. That's about the complainers. Now, Aaron HaKoyin lights the menorah. Vayase kein Aaron el mul penei ha-menorah. Zogt the Heilige Rashi, Yagid Shvachei Shal Aaron Shaloi Shina. He didn't change. He didn't change. So, firstly, Shtickle Chassidish Art, Zogt the Imri Noyam comes along. He says Shaloi Shina. The word Shina could mean change. It could mean sleep. Aaron HaKoyin didn't sleep. He, mamish, was always doing mitzvahs and mitzvahs, lighting the menorah in the middle of the night. He didn't sleep. He got up and he wanted to light the menorah shleishina. But what does it mean? It's really the same thing. What does it mean, shleishina, that he didn't change? He didn't change. So I think the Menayim continues and he says that the lighting of the menorah was a shvach HaKadosh Baruch Hu. For those who like gematrias, Aaron, Aleph Hey Reish Nun. Just doing quick math. Yes, it works out. Is 256. The Chayos, there's different types of angels, as we say throughout different parts of Dan. The Chayos HaKodesh. The Chayos have 256 wings, it says Rashi in Yecheskel. Aaron Akoyin Shalishina, that he didn't change, that he was constantly serving Hashem and praising Hashem. He gets the praise of the Chayos, that they praise Hashem of the lofty, incredible levels. That when you want to go to sleep and you want to be lazy, and what do you do instead? No, Shalishina, I'm not going to roll over. I'm going to get up. I'll light the menorah. I'm going to get up. I'm going to praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The bracha we get incredible. We get like the chayos. Okay, givaldik. But really, let's go one step deeper. Shaloi Shina, he didn't change. What does it mean he didn't change? It meant he was the Kohen Gadol. He was Aaron HaKoyin. He's going and he's lighting the menorah. You could assume that you go, you light the menorah, you walk away. You walk away a different person. You walk away feeling, whoa. No. Aaron HaKoyin, similar to Moshe Rabbeinu, was a real anav. A real anav. A real anav knows that even when he does great things, it's me? No. Of course, I work as hard as I can. And then HaKadosh Baruch Hu allows me to do things. The anivos of Aaron HaKoyin, Shaloishina. And with this, we quote a credible medrash. Credible medrash that says, Kol mi sheyesh lo anava v'shiflos. Someone who's an anav. What do you get? Sometimes we wonder, like, no, it sounds nice, an anav. HaKadosh Baruch Hu manchi lo chayi ha'olam haba. She'ein l'cha mida toiva be'olam, the greatest mida. Ke'anava. Ke'anava. Anava gives you olam haba. Let's just discuss for a moment what is anava. It's a very misunderstood mida and what it can mean to us. So when you certain people you meet them and you understand what an anav is. Certain people, they're the greatest, grandest, most holy Jews in the world, and they just give off no airs, just regular, but they're not regular. I still remember the first time I saw Rav Arieli, as we quoted, giving shir to 700 plus in the room, radio station. He's the Maggid shir for every Rebbe in the world. Rav Arieli, Agoin Agadol. So I was standing during Chavrusa Tumult in the mirror the first day of the Zman. And, everyone's pushing here and here, American kid, not really knowing what to do. So just getting sort of bounced around. And, there's the aisles, and you got pushed to the sides. You're standing, and there's like a stender behind me. And, some guy sitting there learning, guy with a white beard, a little old man. And someone like taps me, like, move over. Like, move over. There's nowhere to move. Like, what do you want me to move over? Just move over. Okay. And he said, that's Rav Asher. But he sits in the middle of the base magic. That's a mere thing. He doesn't sit in Mizrach, sits in the middle of the magic. He's just sitting there learning. But that's not where you see it. You see it when it comes to, Ma'ariv, and there's hundreds of people walking into the base medrash, and it's a balagan, back, forth, getting ceremony. You'll see a man in the back, the same old man with the white beard, just standing there and waiting. What's he waiting for? Well, he's waiting because he can't get in. And doesn't take up space. Doesn't take up space. One time the door to the shiur was locked, so there's 700 people waiting to get down to the shiur, and it's a little cold outside, a little rainy. All of a sudden, there's like a little bit of a tumult by the steps, like what's going on? And the Eilim realized that Rav Asher was standing outside, and he didn't come in. Why didn't he come in? Because when if he were to come in, there was like 200 people between him and the next door, which was he had a little room to sit and learn, and everyone would have to move. So he was just standing there, waiting. And Anav is one, he don't take up space. You're doing great things. You don't take up space. Now, that's Rav Asher on a Klal Yisrael level, but we could realize in our own little worlds, there are places that we are great. It could be someone as simple as in his own house. He is the house. He's the balabas. He is the God. He's the father. He runs the house, right? Do you run it from that place of, I run this place? Or I don't take up space. I do everything. I try my hardest. I'm there to support everyone. But like, I'm just like another person like everyone else. Someone could be involved in a shul, in a shir, in a yeshiva, and this, and he could be running everything. But yet, he can know that like when he's in a gathering of people, like, what's he doing? He doesn't take up space. It's a hard avodah, because when you're in a place that you know you're the one that's on top, I'm on top. I walk in, you know, Ray Per or Shishiva Zatzal, he would often come into Ma'ariv, and he would stand in the back davening. Like, what are you doing? Like, walk to the front to your seat and sit down. And one time he remarked to someone, because he knows that when he walks in, everyone's going to stand up for him. So why don't we all stand and I'll daven in the back, and then when everyone gets up for Kaddish, I'll walk to the front. It's not fake. It's real. What and enough. Low, real. I'll end with one more story. I was recently reminded of the story of Shmuel Kamenetsky, Shavuot Shlema, Mamish Nisim. He's out of the hospital. He participated in the Dir Yater event. He showed up. It was the energy was palpable that Rav Shmuel was there. And I remember I was by, I think it was Rav Elias Svei's Levaya. It was outside JFK. One of these Levayas were teenagers. There's 4 million kids. The highlight was that you went out to eat afterwards. And like, unfortunately, the Levayas became parties. But we're all standing there. It starts to rain. Okay, we're standing and like, we're like nowhere near the Levaya. Like, the Speedim are like, I don't know, miles away. We're all in the back. There are speakers. We can't hear, whatever. Okay, fine. All of a sudden, like, we look to our side. I'm like, there's a, who is that? Shmuel. Shmuel coming at, what are you standing here for? So quickly, someone opens an umbrella. It's starting to rain. It's does Shiva want to go? Like, hello, go to the front. I was ready by the Leviat Philly, and he just stood there. Like, what? I should be pushed to the front. Like, for what reason? Like, I did the Leviat. Now I'm here to pay respect, like everyone else. Aroin Hakoyin Shalei. He didn't change. He knew his place. This also is a very difficult midah. It's a midah we don't talk about a lot because it's a misunderstood midah. Because, like, what does it mean that I don't take up space? But it's really, really, and we'll explain one line and we'll end. Really, the very depth. If we really have emunah and bitachon in Hashem, real, enough is very simple. If we really know that I go to the office, I have a mashliach, I do my ishtadlus, and then Hashem allows the money to come in. Why do I feel good now if I made a good deal? You're just the shliach. You're the partner. Hashem is the one that's enabling everything. So there's no makoim for gaiva. Where is the place to feel well, you're just a conduit. And in reality, the more that we remind ourselves that we're just a conduit, we'll have a dual benefit. Number one, we won't make ourselves mashiga. We'll know it's not the time right now. Click, turn off the computer, put down the phone. Now I'm doing something else. But what if the call comes through? Are you the vehicle or are you running the show? What are you? No. Avada, the vehicle, of course. Parnasa comes from the Eibishter. Avada. It's all from the outside, from a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Avada. So 1 second. So while you're talking to that Hakadosh Baruch Hu, and the phone rang, which you forgot to turn off, and now you saw that it was a business deal coming through, and you finished your Shemona Esrei in 14 seconds, and you ran out. Also, that God you were talking to couldn't make the deal, but you could. Aha. But when you remind yourselves, we're just a vehicle. When you remind yourselves, of course we have to do it, and we remind ourselves, yes, Ishtadlus is real. Real, work really, really hard. But then we don't make the success. So then, when there is that success, comes from Hashem. Hashem gave me the kelim and the capabilities to get there. So b'siyata d'shmaya, by reminding ourselves of the incredible maila of anava, as we saw from the Medrash, and we'll end with those words, Ein l'chamida toiva ba'olam ke'anava, then maybe with working on our bitachon, realizing the mechanics, how it all happens, we'll be able to get the incredible brachos, the brachos of Machile Chayoy Olam Haba, the brachos of Aaron HaKoyin, Yagid Shvacha, thank you so much, Shleishina, and Emir Hashem, with a little bit of thought, we could slowly move the needle and be Zeicha Lekach.